Hello folks, Jason Chrisman, JC's Bees, your Central Ohio beekeeper. It's been a little while since I've did an actual video with me in it, kind of explaining. I know there's probably a lot of people wondering, where the hell's Jason? He ain't made an actual video in a long time. He's been doing a lot of shorts, but no videos. And I wanted to take some time today, and we're gonna walk around and look at my nukes, and we'll walk back here to my Apamays and we'll check them out. But I kind of wanted to explain where I've been in the process of checking out these bees. So we'll begin right here in my nuke yard. This is where a lot of the nukes are that will be leaving in the next few weeks. So we've got one here. This one's still building up, so this will be probably closer to the end of the few weeks. I see some pollen coming in there. Just had my state inspector here this week. Got my queen certificate, and I'm now able to sell queens and nucleus colonies. Probably won't do too much of the queens this year, and that has to do with why you're not seeing videos like normal from on my channel. And it just has to do with me trying to figure out, I got different things going on in my life. You know, I'm a farmer. I got beef cows, I got goats, I got chickens, and I got the bees, of course. So trying to figure out how I can manage all of this stuff. And, you know, keep in mind, I'm doing all of this stuff on my own. Let's see, when the inspector went through this one the other day, we actually found several frames of queen cells, so we made a couple splits. One is here and one is here. So looks like this one's got some bees starting to fly a little bit. Here at the top you can see them. When we first made them up, there wasn't anybody flying, and that's how it kind of looks on this. Where's their entrance? Okay, the entrance is right here. We just don't have a whole lot of foragers yet. And that's glued on. I don't have a hive tool. I was going to say, well, take a peek, see what's going on, but that's not going to happen. Put my brick back on there in the right orientation. So as I was saying, I'm managing all this stuff, and I'm doing it on my own, and it gets very stressful because when I make plans to do a certain task, like say one day of the week I plan to come out here in the nuke yard and work the bees and make inspections, maybe make some potential splits. And then what happens at the farm, which is just, you know, 1/8 of a mile up the road, something else takes over that priority of me working the bees, and I spend my day or the rest of that week handling the task at the farm. Like this week, I had 2 groups of calves from last year, the older group and the younger group, and we weaned them just that way. We had one group that we weaned back in March, and this week was the week to wean the second group. In that group of weaned calves, I had 2 of my own calves. The others I just manage. And I had to find a home for them, so I had to sell them. So I was working with people to come to the farm to look at the calves, and I fall behind. So that stresses me out. So I think there's let's see, 1, yeah, 3, 4. I think there's 7 here in this yard now, and you can see there's a lot more boxes that could be filled. It's just having the time to manage it all, and it weighs so heavy on my shoulders trying to manage everything I've got going. I've actually considered maybe making a post here in my area for people that are, you know, kind of new to beekeeping but have a little bit of experience. Maybe they could come here, I could work with them, teach them some different things, and then periodically they can return and manage my colonies and make my splits for me, and, you know, everybody's happy. They gain experience working bees, and if they make mistakes, of course my bees will be the ones to suffer from that and not their own. So, you know, hopefully they don't make any mistakes, but there is benefits to working other people's bees and not your own. And this may be one that, you know, they could come here, they could learn to make splits and raise queens and just keep your bees healthy in general. And then what I gain from that is a helper. And I don't know, I'm trying to weigh my options here. But let's walk back here to this other bee yard where I keep my Apamays and my Bee Smart colony, and we'll see what's going on back here. These lilacs smell amazing, folks. Amazing. So if you follow my channel for long, this is the part of the yard that was taken over by Smartweed, and I sprayed it last year with 2,4-D. If you look at it now, it is beautiful grass. There is not one single weed growing in here. And it's unreal what it did for this grass. This grass now grows so quick, it seems like I'm mowing it every 3 or 4 days or it's knee high. And the reason for that is there's no weeds. There's no weeds here, Smartweed anymore, to absorb the nutrients that the grass should be getting. And all the rain now goes to the grass instead of the weeds. It's amazing what it did. Now I still got some areas out through here I need to spray, but that area over there, it just amazes me. So I'll be returning to the 2,4-D again and applying it to the rest of my yard. I know as a beekeeper you think, why are you killing out the weeds? Well, in the fall and the winter, I like to have grass to walk on and not all this mud. Like, see here, this is all plantain. And this whole patch is, well, it's plantain touching each other. Plantain, it's everywhere. So if you take that away, you've got a huge spot of just dirt. And that's what I have to deal with, or mud, in the wintertime. So the Apamays, haven't really did an update on them. This one here we know failed before winter. I did not take it through winter. This one here made it 3/4 of the way through winter. I think it was going back into March, the beginning of March. February was a warm month for us. And then we went back into March, and sometime in March I lost them. This one over here has done wonderful. Matter of fact, I've made splits from it to here, and that's doing very well too. Matter of fact, I had to add a second box yesterday because the bottom box there was completely full. So my plans are to experiment once they draw all them frames back out that they got in there, and that's just a 7-frame box. I'm going to experiment with this divider board and make another split. So that'll be interesting. That'll be coming up. So that's an Apamay 7-frame. This is an Apamay 10-frame, and this is the Apamay wood frame or wood hive upgrade kit. So you get all the features of an Apamay, but you can use it with a wooden box. And then over here, ooh, look, sage is blooming. Over here, we've got the Bee Smart colony. We've got their robbing screen on, and the bees they have no problems using that. It's going to be pretty cool actually, and I hate that I'm even going to say this, but to see robbing start to pick up, just to see how well that works. When the inspector was here the other day, this is a package that I installed, I believe April 24th or 5th. Look, we do have a little bit of confusion down here. So when we inspected them the other day, since they're going in on this entrance, of course they started on this side of the box and they're working their way this way, but they were only on like the 3rd or 4th frame. So what I did when I put them frames back in was I checkerboarded them and stuck a blank frame every other frame. So we'll see on my next inspection how that goes. So far I'm really liking the Bee Smart products though. Happy girls out flying. Out flying. So folks, that is why you haven't seen back-to-back videos or weekly videos like I try and stick to. And it bothers me every single week that I don't get another video out. So there's another stressor on my back. Oh, stress. Stress sucks. Why do we have to have stress? I guess it keeps us on our toes. But at the same time, my toes are getting sore. I'm tired of standing on them. So that's why you haven't seen me. I'm trying to cut some of the stressors out of my life. Not that videos are stressors. It's just, I'm trying to, I guess I shouldn't say it that way. What I should say, I guess, let me back up, is I'm trying to figure out how to manage everything I've got going and still have some time for myself. If that makes sense, I hope it does. Because it's not that I don't want to make videos. You all know I enjoy talking about bees. I've done that for many years now. And I hope to continue doing that. It's just I need to get through this busy spell of spring picking up, and obviously I've cut back on my numbers of hives. Last year at this time I think I had 28, or maybe it was 32. Something like that, and right now I'm down around 20. A little less than 20 actually. But it wouldn't be hard to build back up if I had the time to do so. I just know that right now I don't have that time. And if I make a bunch of splits and make a bunch of colonies, then I'm gonna have a bunch of bees going into winter that aren't healthy because I don't have time to manage them all. So it is what it is. You just gotta take a few deep breaths and go out in large pastures where nobody can hear you and just scream sometimes. It makes you feel better. Anyway, folks, that's where I've been. I'm gonna try and get things back on track. You know, I'm also working on my very first beekeeping book, which has taken a lot longer than I initially figured it would. That started back in October, and here we are, well, pushing towards the end of May. I will tell you that we're wrapping up on the last chapter of the book and the closing of the book. So we're getting really close to sending the book off to illustration. And then from there, things are going to go quick. It's just taken a long time. Never wrote a book like this before. Never wrote a book before. Who are you kidding? So got to get all of our ducks lined up, and it's just taking a little bit of time. But we want it to be right. We want to make sense with the book, and we want to help out people that are trying to learn about bees. So hey folks, I'm gonna cut you loose. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it explains kind of where I've been, just trying to figure things out. So we'll get back in the groove here real soon, and you'll see more weekly videos coming out. But until then, I hope you enjoy the shorts that I keep sharing, and I hope they're helpful. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you real soon, folks. Take care.